If your legs suddenly stop cooperating with MS, it's usually not because your legs forgot how to work. It's because the communication system between your brain and your legs is getting interrupted. Think of it like trying to stream a movie on terrible Wi-Fi. The movie still exists, your TV still works, but the signal keeps buffering, freezing, or glitching. That's often what's happening with MS. The command to walk leaves your brain, but by the time it reaches your legs, the message is weak or garbled. And here's the weird part. The problem isn't always where you feel it. Sometimes the bad connection is happening in your brain or spinal cord, even though your legs are the ones throwing up the error message. If you're new here, this channel is where we break down MS simply, with no doom, just truth. If you're living with MS or trying to understand it, you're in the right place. This channel exists to make MS make sense. And today we're talking about why your legs can suddenly feel heavy, weak, wobbly, disconnected, or completely uncooperative, even when yesterday they seemed mostly fine. So, what's causing this bad Wi-Fi? The primary culprit is a process called demyelination. Imagine your nerves are like electrical wires. They're coated in a fatty, protective insulation called a myelin sheath. This sheath helps nerve signals travel quickly and efficiently. In MS, the immune system mistakenly attacks and damages this myelin. When the insulation is frayed or gone, the electrical signal, the message from your brain, can slow down, get distorted, or just fizzle out completely. This is called a conduction block. The signal literally can't get through the damaged area. That's when your foot might drag, or your knee refuses to bend on command. It's not a lack of willpower, it's a lack of connection. This brings us to a really common question. Why were my legs fine yesterday, but today I can barely walk? Often the answer is a pseudo-exacerbation, or a temporary flare-up of symptoms. This isn't a new MS attack or new damage. Instead, it's an old area of damage being unmasked by a stressor. The number one trigger? Heat. Even a tiny increase in your core body temperature, we're talking just a quarter or a half a degree, can be enough to stop those already struggling nerve signals in their tracks. This is known as Uthoff's phenomenon. A hot day, a warm shower, a fever, or even intense exercise can suddenly make your leg symptoms dramatically worse. The good news is, it's temporary. Once you cool down, the connection is usually restored. This is why cooling strategies like drinking ice water, using cooling vests, or taking lukewarm showers can be game changers. So, what can we do about it? While we can't just install new wiring, we can absolutely learn to manage the connection we have. First, work with a physical therapist who understands MS. They can give you specific exercises to strengthen supporting muscles, improve balance, and teach your body to move more efficiently, which saves precious energy. Second, embrace energy conservation. Think of your daily energy like a phone battery. You start with 100%, and everything you do drains it. Pacing is key. Break big tasks into smaller chunks. Plan for rest. Sit down to cook or fold laundry. It's not giving in, it's being strategic. And third, let's reframe mobility aids. A cane, a walker, or a scooter isn't a sign of defeat. It's a tool for freedom. It's a battery extender. If using a cane means you can safely go to the museum or walk through the grocery store without being completely exhausted and in pain, then that cane is a victory. It's a tool that gives you back your life, not one that takes it away. Finally, it's important to know when to just manage and when to call your neurologist. If your leg symptoms get significantly worse and stay that way for more than 24 or 48 hours, especially if it's a new sensation you've never felt before, that could be a true relapse. A relapse means there might be new inflammation or a new lesion. Don't hesitate to make that call. Your neurology team is there to help you distinguish between a temporary bad signal day and something that needs medical intervention. Living with unpredictable leg symptoms is frustrating, but understanding the why behind it is the first step toward regaining a sense of control. You learn to read the weather, listen to your body, and use your tools wisely. You become the expert technician of your own nervous system. Everybody with MS eventually has one of those moments. You go to stand up from your favorite chair, just like you've done 1,000 times before. You take a step, and your legs respond with, "Best we can do is maybe." Suddenly, that simple act of walking feels like you're trying to navigate a ship in a storm, with your own body as the unpredictable sea. One leg might feel like it's made of lead, while the other feels like a flimsy noodle. You immediately start asking the big, scary questions. Am I getting worse? Did I do something wrong? Is this a relapse? Did my legs just quit without submitting a 2-week notice? It's a terrifying spiral of self-doubt. But before you panic, take a breath. The frustrating part is that your muscles themselves often aren't the real problem. They're ready to work. They're just not getting the right instructions. Think of your nervous system as a complex electrical wiring system. Your brain sends the message, left foot, step forward. But along the way, that message has to travel through nerves that have been damaged by MS. The protective insulation, called myelin, has been worn away in spots. This is a process called demyelination. Because of those damaged spots, the message gets delayed, distorted, or partially delivered. It's like sending a text through terrible cell service. Your brain sends a clear, perfectly worded message, but what your legs receive is a garbled mess of emojis and typos. This is also why your symptoms can change so dramatically from one day to the next. Yesterday you might have walked a mile, but today the journey to the kitchen feels like a marathon. It's not a sign of failure, it's the nature of the signal. Factors like heat, stress, or fatigue can turn your 5G connection into dial-up in an instant. This is often called a pseudo-exacerbation, a temporary worsening of symptoms, not a full-blown relapse. So when your legs betray you, remember, it's not your legs, and it's not your fault, it's the connection. And understanding that connection is the first step toward managing it. Let's make MS make sense. Imagine your brain is the corporate headquarters, your legs are the employees, myelin is the internet cable connecting everything. When myelin gets damaged, messages slow down, messages get corrupted, messages get lost. The employee isn't lazy. The employee never got the email. That's why somebody can look completely normal sitting down, and then stand up looking like they're negotiating with gravity. This is where MS becomes confusing. Most people expect damage to create the exact same symptom every day. MS laughs at that idea. Because signal quality changes. Things that affect signal quality: heat fatigue, stress, illness, poor sleep, overexertion. Think of it like internet speed. Your internet isn't broken one day and perfect the next. The quality fluctuates. MS often behaves the same way. That's why your legs might feel normal. Monday weird, Tuesday great, Wednesday made of wet cement, Thursday. One of the most common comments people hear, but your legs look fine. Fantastic observation. So does a laptop that's frozen. Heavy legs are one of the most common MS experiences. The sensation isn't necessarily muscle weakness. Many people describe it as walking through mud, wearing ankle weights, carrying invisible sandbags, dragging furniture attached to their hips. The body is working harder to move because communication is less efficient. Here's something people without MS rarely understand. Walking is supposed to be automatic. Your brain handles thousands of calculations every second. With MS, sometimes those calculations become manual. Now your brain is actively managing balance, foot, placement, coordination, stability. You're suddenly running software that used to happen in the background. And background tasks drain batteries fast. The brain is actually amazing. When one pathway struggles, it often tries to reroute. Like GPS saying, road closed, finding alternate route. That's why many people improve after symptoms appear. The brain adapts, creates workarounds, builds detours. They're not always perfect, but they're often surprisingly effective, which is one reason MS can feel unpredictable. Your brain is constantly trying to outsmart the problem. Let's talk about the world's most annoying superpower, being defeated by weather. Heat doesn't necessarily create new damage, but it can expose existing damage. Think of a damaged electrical wire. Now make it hotter. Performance gets worse. That's why people may suddenly notice heavier legs, balance issues, weakness, fatigue after hot showers, summer weather, exercise, overheating. The lesion didn't suddenly appear. The signal just got harder to send. This is where many people get frustrated. Doctor says, good news, no new lesions. Patient says, fantastic. Then why do my legs feel like expired yogurt? Both can be true. MRIs are incredibly useful, but they don't perfectly measure how you're functioning today. They show structure. They don't fully show how efficiently every signal is traveling in real time. That's why symptom experiences and MRI results don't always line up neatly. This isn't a magic fix section. It's a reality section. Things that commonly help: managing heat, pacing activity, physical therapy, movement routines, sleep improvement, treating fatigue, mobility aids when needed. And here's the important part. Using tools isn't giving up. It's adapting. Nobody calls glasses cheating. Nobody calls Wi-Fi extenders weakness. You're improving signal quality. Here's what I want people to remember. When your legs stop cooperating, it doesn't automatically mean you're getting worse. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you've done something wrong. Many times it means your nervous system is struggling to communicate efficiently. That's frustrating, but it's also understandable. And when something becomes understandable, it becomes a little less scary. It's about working smarter, not harder, and listening to what your body and its signal strength is telling you on any given day. And if that means using a cane or a walker to stay safe and conserve energy for the things you love, that's a victory. A mobility aid isn't a sign of defeat. It's a tool for freedom. If this video helped make MS make a little more sense, subscribe and join our community. Because around here, we break down MS simply, with practical advice and a bit of humor. No doom, just truth.